Alright guys, welcome back to another Essentially Amateur Skills tutorial. Today I'll be teaching you 3 signature moves that are going to help you become the best player on any pitch. I'll be teaching you the Zinedine Zidane Roulette, the Cruyff Turn, and then my very own outside of the foot 180 or 360 turn. Enjoy the video. This first skill was made popular by Maradona and then made legendary by Zinedine Zidane. It's known as the roulette or the Marseille Turn. This is how you do it. Dribble up to an opponent. You're going to step on the ball with the sole of your foot, pull it back a bit, and at the same time as you're pulling it back, you're spinning the opposite direction and you're going to pull the ball with the opposite sole of the foot. Boom, boom. You're gone. Keys here are after that second touch, after you pull the ball, you want your momentum going forward with that ball because you got to stay close to it. You want to keep it close. You want to keep possession. You can't lose the ball. Just like in any skill you're trying to master in soccer, balance and coordination is key. And of course, keeping that ball close. As with any skill, when you're learning to master it, practice your dominant and non-dominant foot because you never know what's going to happen on the pitch. This is essentially a pirouette in the air. It's 2 touches on the ball, both with the sole of the foot. There are, of course, variations of it, and Zinedine Zidane does them, where you can be dribbling, and instead of the sole of your first foot, it's kind of a chop with the inside of the foot, and then pull it with the opposite foot. We're making that defender look foolish. He might fall down. We're going 180 right around him. I like how Zizou does this. I do this in the middle of the park. Dribble up to a defender. Again, chop it with the inside of the foot instead of the sole, and then pull it back. This is just a clever move to be deceptive and keep the ball from the opponent. This skill is actually perfect if the ball maybe gets away from you a little bit and that defender wants to lunge for it. You're reaching out with your front foot and again, pulling the ball back a little bit and then spinning on it. And that defender's going to be lost. He's literally going to be looking like, where'd you go? This next one, literally probably my first move I ever learned and my favorite move of all time. Made famous by the legend himself, Johan Cruyff. This is a simple yet very effective skill move. If you do this on the pitch, you're going to stand out. You're going to leave the defenders very embarrassed. The Cruyff Turn, very simple, not too many steps. All you're doing is planting the foot and then bringing the other foot around and cutting it behind your back with the inside of that opposite foot. And then you turn your back and going the opposite direction. Here we go. You're going to get that defender off balance. His momentum's still going the opposite direction, and you're peeling off. You're going 180 degrees the opposite way. So when you want to use this is maybe when a defender is right in line with you and say you're dribbling down the sideline and you just want to cut that ball back real quick. What's nice about a Cruyff Turn in comparison to like a chop or a regular cut is that your momentum is coming back the other way right after you make the turn. Whereas with a chop or a cut, your momentum's still going the same way that you had cut from. Two things to remember with the Cruyff Turn. If you're already on the move, if you're dribbling and that defender's running with you, his momentum's going that way. You don't really have to sell it that much. You can just Cruyff it and go. But say you're stagnant and the defender is too, you have to sell the fake. You have to fake him to get his momentum to go that way and then do the Cruyff Turn and accelerate past him. Watch this. Boom, boom. You really want to exaggerate like you're going this direction and then you Cruyff it, you're going 180 the opposite direction. So there it is. That's the Cruyff turn. Very easy. Get out there, practice a bit. You'll have that down pat in no time. This is the 22 signature. This is my specialty, the Nick Doherty. It's the outside of the foot spin turn. So it's either a 180 or a 360 spin turn with the outside of your foot. It doesn't require too much explanation. You're literally just using the outside of your foot, making small touches. What I love about this move, it's the best way to retain the ball, but at the same time, off balance the defender. He doesn't know which way you're going. You're spinning him in circles. And at some point, you keep doing it throughout the game, he's going to stop following you. He's going to give up. You're spinning him in circles, getting dizzy. What I love about this is the whole time, you are between the defender and the ball. So there's no way the defender can get it. So whether you're trying to beat an opponent with this or just retain possession with your head up, looking for a teammate, the ball is always close to your foot. You're scanning the field or you're beating a defender. All right, the only real tips I would share for you to implement the outside of the foot turn in your own game is just remember to keep that ball close when you're making those taps with the outside of your foot. And of course, repetition. Get comfortable dribbling with the outside of your foot, right? And then lastly, when you're doing it in a game, you really want to sell to the defender like you're going that way. So he bites and he jumps that way. And then it's all about momentum. Every skill in soccer is getting the defender off balance through using his momentum going one way, and then you're taking off in the opposite direction. So once more. Boom. All right, before we close out, I want to thank you all for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that. But I wanted to leave you guys with a game-like scenario where we're implementing all three skills we learned today. First, imagine you're in the center of the park. That bench is my teammate. I'm going to play a give and go or a 1-2 with the teammate, but imagine he put the ball out a little too far ahead of me. So I'm now in a 1v1 battle with a defender. I'm first going to do that Zinedine Zidane Roulette. Then I'm going to find myself on the right side of the top 18. I'm going to do that 180 with the outside of my foot. Beat that defender, and then that last defender, I'm going to act like I'm shooting it with my left. I'm going to do the Johan Cruyff on him, and then get a shot with my right foot. Again, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.